It was the rainiest night of my life, you guys. Like the kind of night you only see in the movies. Real dark. The kind where the rain's coming down so heavy you can see a foot in front of you. I was coming back from work, just wanted to get home, when my mom messaged me, asking if I could pick something up from Walmart. I was annoyed, honestly. It was pouring like crazy, and the last thing I wanted to do was stop. But the stuff she wanted was important, so I had no choice. I pulled into the parking lot, and that's when I noticed how dark it was. I mean, it was like the lights from the lamppost were barely cutting through the storm. My headlights seemed to get swollen out by the rain as soon as I turned them off. I sat in the car for a second, staring at the Walmart in front of me, trying to psych myself up to get out. The kind of night that makes you want to stay locked in the warmth of your car, but I had to go. So, I finally grabbed my umbrella, threw on my jacket, and tugged through the downpouring to the entrance. By the time I got inside, I was drenched, but I didn't even care. I grabbed the stuff on my mom's list, trying to hurry up because I was so ready to get out of there and back to the car. When I got to the checkout, the whole place seemed to groan under the weight of the storm. The wind was howling and the rain was beating against the windows like it wanted to come inside. And then, without warning, a thunderclap hit so loud that the whole store shook. I swear it felt like the sky was about to split open right above us. The lights flickered, and then, bam, everything went dark. Completely blackness, not even a little light. People started panicking, running into each other, calling out to their friends. The cashier flummed for a flashlight, trying to stay calm, but you could tell everyone was on edge. The intercom cracked to life, and the manager's voice came through, saying the storm had knocked out the power and we'd just have to wait it out. They gave everyone flashlights, and I grabbed one, knowing I had to make it back to my car in this mess. I wasn't too thrilled about it, but what could I do? I couldn't just sit in the dark. The store was emptying out slowly, but by the time I reached the exit, the parking lot was pitch black. Like even the flashlights, I could barely see my own feet. The rain was falling in sheets, and every step I took felt like I was wading through a river. It was so quiet too, aside from the roar of the storm. I started walking toward where I thought my car was parked, but the darkness around me was different. Like something about it wasn't right. I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone out there, even though the lot looked empty. I was moving faster now, my shoes slapped against the wet pavement, my heart getting faster as I fought the urge to look behind me. That's when it happened. Out of nowhere, someone slapped into me from behind, full on shoulder check, hard enough to make me stumble. I spun around furious, ready to shut out to whatever it was. But there was nothing. Just the rain, just the blackness. My heart was racing. What the hell? What had hit me? I started walking faster, my breath quickening as I tried to shake it off. It was just some stranger, right? Maybe they hadn't seen me. Then it happened again. Someone hit my arm, this time harder. I didn't even have time to process it before the feeling of movement hit me. Like there was something coming for me, something in the dark that I couldn't see. My mind raced. What if someone was trying to mug me? I felt the panic start to rise in my chest. My hand gripped my phone light tighter, and I spun around again. But no one, just the rain and the night. I was so scared now, my heart hammering in my chest. That's when I made the mistake of calling out. "Hey, go away," I shouted. "I'll call the police." My voice cracked, my mind was spinning, and I could feel the weight of whatever was in the dark with me. I was starting to run now, my legs moving on their own. That's when I heard it, someone else running behind me. This time, I didn't even look back. I just sprinted. I could feel my body moving on autopilot, my heart pounding so hard I feel like it was about to burst. I heard footsteps closing in behind me. They were getting closer. I yelled again, "Stay away from me," but my voice was barely a whisper above the storm. Then, something more terrifying than anything happened. I looked ahead, through the rain, through the darkness. I saw the shadow figures sitting inside my car. The windows were fogged, but I could tell they weren't just random people. These were big shapes, looming in the front seat, sitting so still it was like they were waiting for me. My breath caught in my throat. No one had been in my car when I left it. Who were they? I froze, just staring at the shade through the windshield. The rain keeps pounding against the windows, drowning everything in sound, but it felt like everything had gone quiet. My chest was so tight, like I couldn't get enough air. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. It was like I was stuck in the place. Then, suddenly, the same figure that had been hitting me appeared again, right behind me. I didn't even know how they got so close, but I felt them, like a presence just behind my back. My spine tingled with fear. My knees went weak. I couldn't even scream. And then, out of nowhere, I felt it. A cold, heavy hand pressed against my head, like someone was forcing it down. It wasn't a gentle touch, it was suffocating. The kind of grip that made every muscle in my body freeze in place, like something was trying to call me, to possess me. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. It felt like the weight of 1,000 nightmares was pressing down on me, and I was sinking into the darkness. And then, that's when I saw her. From the corner of my eye, through the sheet of rain and blackness, I saw a figure. A woman or something that looked like one, draped entirely in black. Her face was hidden by a wheel of shadows, but there was something in her posture, something in the way she stood so still, like she was waiting for me to look at her. My heart pounded in my chest. She didn't move, didn't blink, but I felt her eyes on me, deep and empty, the kind of eyes that weren't human. I could almost hear her, like a whisper was crawling inside my mind, but I couldn't tell if it was her voice or something else. The air turned thick, cold, suffocating, and then that voice. It wasn't in my ears, it was in my head, but not in the way that you hear thoughts. It was like the very air around me was speaking, soft, like a hiss, like the storm itself was trying to choke out its words. It said something. I couldn't make it out, but it didn't matter. I felt in my bones. It was so faint, distorted by the howling wind, but still so clear in the way it made everything feel wrong. Alien, not of this world. That feeling of something terrible, something ancient washing over me hit like a wave. It wasn't just the storm now. It was something far darker, something that shouldn't exist, that never should have crossed paths with me. I wanted to scream, to run, but my body betrayed me. My legs wouldn't move. My mind couldn't even comprehend what I was seeing. All I could do was stare at her. The woman in black standing in the rain, her presence wrapped around me like a noose. The sound of the storm seems to fade into the background, as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for her to speak again. And I wasn't supposed to be there. I never should have gone to Walmart that night. I don't remember much after that. 2 Walmart employees came running over with flashlights, yelling at me to get inside. They pulled me into the store, and someone called an ambulance. They said I had a panic attack, but I know that wasn't it. It wasn't just fear, it was something else, something that followed me, that reached out to me in the dark. The rest, well, it's history, but to this day, whenever it rains, I still get this awful headache, like something is pressing against my skull. And every time I close my eyes, I see these shadows from that night. I can't shake them. The thought of this figure sitting in my car still haunts me. And the feeling of that hand on my head is like it's still there, pressing down on me even now. Sometimes I wonder if it's just a ghost story, but then I remember that feeling, and I wonder if it's something far, far worse. This happened a while ago, and I still can't shake it. I don't know if it was a ghost or something worse, but I was terrified. I was with my girlfriend, and we were parked in some empty lot behind a dinner at night. Nothing too weird, just chilling. After a while, she said she needed to use the bathroom, so I stayed in the car and waited for her. It was late, and the lot was almost empty, just me and a couple of cars. One car pulled up and parked right in front of me, close, too close. I don't think much of it at first, but then I looked up and saw the driver. He was staring at me, I mean really staring, like locked on, no blinking. I felt something cold run down my spine. I tried to brush it off, but then he started pointing at me. Slow, deliberate, just one finger pointing right at me. I could feel it, like his finger was sinking into me. I thought maybe he was drunk or messing with me, but it didn't feel like that. There was something wrong with him, something off. His face looked burnt, not just scared, but like something had melted it. His skin was all misshaped, and his eyes, God, his eyes, they were so wrong, like there was nothing behind them, no life, just empty black pits. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't. It was like he was pulling me in, like I couldn't escape. His finger never moved, and neither did he. We just stared at each other, the second felt like hours. My heart was pounding so loud I thought it might burst out of my chest. I felt paralyzed, too scared to even lock the doors or drive away. I don't know how long we sat there, but it felt like forever. Then, I saw my girlfriend walk back from the dinner, heading toward the car. As soon as she reached the door, the man's car started up and drove off. I didn't even look away until the headlights were gone. When she got in, I was still frozen, just staring ahead, completely numb. She asked me what's wrong, but I couldn't answer. I was too shaken up. I don't even remember how long it took before I managed to speak. Finally, I asked her if she knew the guy or if she had seen him around. She said no, she had no idea who he was. But the way she looked at me after that, it wasn't just concern. She was scared too. I still can't forget that night. It was like something was waiting for me, watching me. I don't know if it was just some crazy old man or something worse, but that guy, he wasn't human. I'm convinced of that. Every time I'm out at night, I feel like someone's watching me. It's like he's still out there waiting. And sometimes when I'm alone, I swear I can still feel his finger pointing at me.